share the link. All right, here we go. For anyone who can't join us on Discord, here's the YouTube link. The good old Pope question. Everyone likes that Pope. All right, let me turn this down. All right, guys. Welcome back. You got Will here. We got Iman MIA. TJ, you can't hear me. Let me step out and back in. See if that works. Oh, you know what, TJ? I think your headphones are off. Maybe not. I had somebody call me earlier. I don't know who that was. It was weird on Discord. All right. So welcome back. This is the Rovi community call. Like I said, Iman is MIA. He's busy doing very important stuff. I don't know if he's going to be able to join us maybe next week. But let's see. But everything's good. Iman's doing okay. So he's just taking care of business. Let me see. Where are you, TJ? I don't see you on the call. Yeah, you're not on the call. Hold on. Let me create an invite. Copy, paste this. Yeah, for some reason, TJ, I don't see you on the list. But okay. Hopefully we'll figure it out. Oh, Alan sees him on the call. Maybe I'm not looking too. Oh, there he is. I don't know. Okay, let's get started. I'm here in Decentraland, the same spot that we've always been. There's no updates here yet, so there's no real point to kind of joining here. But we're going to be updating this pretty soon. The whole idea here is to kind of showcase everything that we're going to be deploying, and so there's going to be some updates in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, just this is more of like a historical record of what we have up here and how it's going to be changing. That's why I like to kind of show up and record all this stuff. Okay, so a couple of things to share. We got Popes. We got the Rovi giveaway for anyone here listening. There's going to be a bot deployed. Just react to it, and then we'll have one Rovi giveaway. If you were paying attention yesterday, Chain Gang had a little gathering, as they normally do, in their Discord. They had some good jams, and they gave a Rovi to one of the participants there. So hats off to Chain Gang. They're always putting on good shows so far. So yeah, appreciate that, guys. Okay, let me look at that list here. Yeah. Congrats to, it was Dodo that won. Look at that. Congratulations, man. Yeah, that's awesome. All right. Okay. So one of the things I wanted to show you guys today is if you go into your MetaZone account and you click on My Assets, you'll see all the stuff that you own, right? And if you click either on the Rovi Transporter or the Rovi Supercharger, you'll see this new button at the bottom called GIF. All right, go ahead and click on that. And what it's going to do is, actually, I'll just show you. If you guys are watching the screen, check this out. So what happens is, so actually, let me show you first, and then I'll explain exactly why this is important. So click on that. It's going to shrink your screen a little bit, and it's going to record everything that happened there. And so there's a couple of reasons why that's important. And then in a couple more seconds, it'll actually make that GIF for you. And it's just of this little guy just spinning. And so I guess the question is, why is this important? Well, in order to get all the NFTs unique and the GIFs unique, we didn't want to just take a snapshot of this image and kind of use that as an NFT. We wanted to showcase that, first, this is a 3D object, and second, it'll give the implication that this is a playable item, right? Just to anybody perusing around OpenSea and they stumble upon this stuff. So it would give the indication that this is some item that's actually playable to a certain degree. And then if you read the description, they can kind of jump into Decentraland or eventually the Rovi matrix and see these things playable, right? So that's why we wanted to keep this into like a moving image, a GIF. So now with this, you'll be able to kind of download and kind of use it however you want, right? This obviously is your guys's. So you can use that, kind of tweet about it, do anything you want. But the main idea here is that this is going to be used to represent your NFT. And so the next question that you guys probably have is when NFT? I would say the delivery date would be by tomorrow. So tomorrow you'll have this particular GIF, rotating GIF as an NFT on OpenSea. So that's the idea. Gronf, it looks like it took his. Okay, so that's interesting. So let me double click on mine and show you what it should look like. Yeah, so if you just kind of scroll down, that's what it should look like. So I would try that again, Gronf. And if you're on a mobile, that could be the issue. It could be. Okay, the Pope. Yeah. So man, the Pope obsession is crazy. Hey, what's going on, Third Eye? Good show yesterday. Okay, so if you're looking for the Pope, the code, the password to the Pope is, make sure you just direct message the POAP bot. Not me, the POAP bot. Send him a message. The password is ROVI. Shout out Chain Gang. There we go. ROVI is the password. So direct message the Pope bot, and it's ROVI, all lowercase. There you go. Thank you, sweetie. So Gronf, try it again and let me know what you get, and also let me know if you're on mobile or not. Okay, TJ, he's got it. You're welcome, man. Yeah, so we're gonna try something different with the Popes coming up. I wanna get a GIF of the actual little guy rotating as part of the Pope, and it's probably gonna be like a 5-degree rotation, just because it'll increase the size of the file, and you can't do that. So, oh, what's up, Ninja? Yeah, so then we're gonna try that. It's more about it's not that we can't do it. It's more about like the workflow, and if it takes like too much time setting up these popes, then it's not really sustainable. So Gronf is on PC and Chrome. Okay. All right, try it again. See what you get. Refresh the page. Try it again, and let me know. But yeah, so you'll get this GIF, and so a couple of kind of explanations of the tech here. So the reason why this is taking a little bit longer than expected is because part of the uniqueness of this is that in order to get the visual aspects kind of deployed on the front end, right, the NFT that you would see on OpenSea, is that this has to be automated. And to automate this, you actually have to visually show this on screen. You have to, I mean, it sounds kind of dumb / intuitive, but from the backend's perspective, it has to show the visual aspects of this to record it. And I wouldn't expect that to be the case, but it ended up being true. So so we have to generate these images individually on the back end, and then do a recording on the back end, so that it's not required for you guys to kind of run this recording. So what's going to happen is the back end will generate each of the unique images and to create that GIF, and then use that GIF as your NFT. So it was a little bit of like technical gymnastics over the last couple of days, but Oscar ended up figuring it out, and that's what we're going with. And what's cool is that these files are generally small, so it's not gonna take too much long, like, to first record it and then to actually pull it up on OpenSea. What's going on, Juxon? We got Joker. All right. Let me see. Just reading through the comments here. Okay, so Third Eye is also using Windows and Chrome, and he's not seeing the same issues. Okay. Cool. All right, so everyone seemed to have gotten the Pope, so we can kind of move on. And if, people are coming in late, just let them know what the password is. So I want to get your guys' opinion on the Pope. It seems like it's pretty popular, but I think it's deceptively popular because there's so many people. Like, for example, we generate about 2,000 popes, and almost all 2,000 get claimed. And the reason is there must be, like, I don't want to say a cartel, but there must be some network of people who share the password, which is fine. Like, we don't really care. But it's interesting that they share the password just to collect the popes, and for the most part, popes aren't being really utilized, right? I know that you can kind of give away stuff using the Pope, but I mean, for the most part, I'm not seeing people actually use it. So I want to get your guys' opinion on what if we generated like 200 popes instead of 2,000, and like the first 200 to claim, that's it. That's the end. So yeah, what do you guys think? Third Eye says 100. Okay, cool. All right. 20. Bark says 20. Yeah. I don't think it's a big deal that the code is shared. That's not the problem. I think, but it's shared to a degree where it's like, man, if we generated 5,000, probably 5,000 would get claimed, and I don't know if that makes sense. So that's what I'm asking. Full ultra brutal. So TJ is saying that he's seen some as a like a pass to get into certain locations. Yeah, it's cool. But even then, like getting access, it's a good use case for sure. I'm not gonna like shit on that or anything. It is a good use case. It's just I don't know if it's like, I don't know, the best way to do it, especially if there's so many, right? Oh yeah, they're definitely bots. Yeah, I mean, I get people from all over the country with like broken English asking me for like passwords who are not even part of the Discord. And so yeah, it's just weird. Yeah, we can do Pope raffles as well. It's just the problem with that, Bark, is if there's so many out there who are probably not even like listening to my voice right now, and they have all these popes, like we're giving them a chance, which again is really not a big deal, but it's like wasted energy. El Gran Lobo, and I try to understand. Yeah, man. There's a deep language barrier, man. On the internet, it's like quite the trouble. But you know what? There's things like AI that's going to solve that pretty soon. So pretty soon, I guess my voice would be like in real time translated. That'd be badass. Yeah, exactly. TJ is like, I've seen some random people also win giveaways and have no clue. Yeah, man. I think the bots that we're using, like the one that you just kind of interacted with the Pope, they're cool. Man, there's so much work to be done on those to like make them actually like, I don't know what the word is, like authentic, more true to like the community rather than just like, spreading passwords and stuff. Hey Juxon, the password is Rovi.RNG. All right, just reading through here. Yeah, Rovi.RNG. All right, so I think that's what we're gonna do next time. We're just gonna generate 200, and first come first serve, and that'll be it. Because what we used to do, I mean, is we would generate, I don't know, a couple hundred, and then we would only leave it open for this 1 hour. So from 16 minutes ago to 44 minutes later, it would be open for that time span, and then that would be it. But I think 200 makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're all on the same path. I wasn't aware if you guys knew what was happening. So I think it's pretty obvious. Yeah, thank you, TJ. Yeah, another option is to deploy during a certain time frame. Pineapple, the password is Rovi.RNG. Yeah, Super Tyler, time limiting. Yep. Yeah, 200 seems to be the right one. Okay, all right, let's move on. All right, so we showed you the GIF. The NFT should be coming in by tomorrow, so we're gonna automate those, and they're gonna be sent automatically. So by tomorrow, you should be able to kind of refresh your page on OpenSea, and you'll see the NFTs there. So the next phase is let me check the website. I asked Oscar to update it to reflect the next unboxing event, which should happen a week from this Thursday. So in about 10 days or so. No, he hasn't updated yet. So in about 10 days, so this number is going to be changing, but not this Thursday, but next Thursday at 6 p.m. UTC, we're going to have another unboxing. This was going to be extremely way more smooth than the first one. And on that same day, you will get your NFTs for your unique Rovi. And it's utilizing obviously the same tech that we've been building out here. So that's why we're confident that you'll get the NFTs and everything. So, you know what I haven't checked recently is, let me go back to the announcements, and I want to see if I can show you. I want to show you what the responses were for the marketing stuff. Let me see if I can pull it up here. No, I can't pull it up. I need to pull it up on my other computer. Actually, give me a second. I think I can pull it up. All right, one sec. Oh yeah, here it is. All right. All right, one sec. Here it is. All right, can everyone see that? So we had 10 responses, and it doesn't matter who responded, but I'm more interested in the data here. It says, can you list who you think we should contact to get Rovi Project in front of your eyes, in front of more eyes? Lonely Aliens, CCC, Sandbox, MetaZoo, and Polygon. Yeah, Gary Vaynerchuk. I think organic growth is the best. Decentral Games, yeah, that's a good one. Do a white paper, yeah. So the white paper, man, we've been writing that for a good while, and what we're wanting to do with the white paper is really create sort of like a template, because Decentraland, they just announced recently that they're kind of supporting play to earn experiences, and we're gonna have a meeting with them pretty soon here. But man, we've been talking about play to earn since like 2019. Like that is what's going to bring people to Decentraland or any metaverse for that matter. And yeah, I agree that the social aspects of the metaverse is one of the main reasons to be here, right? To hang out with everybody and like kind of flex on the NFTs that we've all collected so far. But I think the main driver for like, you know, exponential growth, like 100x, is the ability to earn in the metaverse. And I know you guys agree. So the point is that we've been talking about that for at least 2 years now, and Decentraland is finally like getting on board with it. So, well, one of the things we're wanting to do with the tokenomics is set a template so that other projects that try to make content for Decentraland or any metaverse through MetaZone, is that they have a good starting point, and they'll have like a place to, like a good foundation to start from. If we can kind of like test these sustainability aspects of an economic system in a game, in a metaverse, and have that work, we want that to be replicatable, right? We want others to kind of leverage, you know, what we learned, because the more people in the metaverse, the better. I don't think I don't know if it makes sense to have like a metaverse like Decentraland completely dominated by a single game. I don't know if that's really like the best path. So we're trying to build a foundation, a platform, if you will, of people coming in, creators, developers, artists of any kind, to come in and create their own like play to earn experience, and do that in a way that's like easy to do, right? Because like if you go back to when the internet started, you need a developer to create a website, and it was hard, it was expensive back in those days. And then all of a sudden you have like things like Webflow and Squarespace and all that, where it's essentially drag and drop. And now you have like millions of websites. And I think what we want in a metaverse is to have millions of things to do. And then we sort of pick and choose like what's the most economical benefit for all of us. Because I think when it comes down to play to earn experiences, and you play like Call of Duty or you play any other traditional game, and those games are entertaining, right? They've had like 30 years of experience creating entertaining games, but creating sort of like an ecosystem, an economic system of circulation, I think that's probably a lot harder. And traditional game developers didn't have to deal with that before. And so I think since it's so new, it's hard. And so our tokenomics is more like a go-by of like how games should sort of interact in terms of like economic system. And so that's why it's sort of taken a long time. But that's just to give you an idea of kind of how we're thinking about things. All right, let me go back here. Kind of missing the chat. Okay, cool. All right. So which influencers or projects that you think the Rovi project are you connected to? CCC. Do you guys want to remind me what CCC is? I know I probably know it, but it's not coming to me. Do white paper, of course, the internet computer. So I'm reasonably well connected with the community, which is emergent. I know this may seem like a complete left field. Crypto Cannabis Club. Oh yeah, that's a good one for sure. NFT and NF tokers. Yeah, I like that. I like that community. Play to earn is fast achieving escape. Okay, I'm not really close with anyone, sadly, and that's fine. Can you think of anything else to improve marketing efforts? Advertise. DCO wearable, not Rovi. Yeah. Do a white paper, of course. Gameplay videos. Yep. You could do most invites giveaways. Yeah. And I know all you guys get the DMs from like, join this Discord nonsense. So it's kind of interesting that I think there's like these cartels, if you will, of people who do that for things like this. Like you could do, if you do most, if you invite the most people, you get a giveaway. I think that's what spawns these bots to like deploy themselves. Because I used to think it was like the actual projects deploying them, but I don't think it is. I think it's like people taking advantage of a system. Let's see. So, would you like to contribute? Working with Kevin on Earth, Decentraland. Yep. I have MetaZone ad boards. Yep. Do a white paper, of course. Good old white paper guy. Okay. Are we missing anything else? I think we need some Rovi's release and get them. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I totally agree. I think one of the more important things, activities outside of marketing, is actually getting this game released. Once it's released and we're starting to test the gameplay mechanics with everybody, then a lot more noise would be made, just because, play to earn is not the easiest thing to do, especially when you have to consider so many aspects. And then on top of that, your NFT assets they exist forever. And so like the most important thing in a scenario like this is the sustainability of it. So Germany's asking, what will the Roviverse look like? We have, in our very first tweet, we have like a short snippet. Like that's a very, very rough representation of the Roviverse. So that brings up a good point, Germany. So one of the things in the items to discuss today is we've progressed with the design of the PvE and PvP. The reason why that's good, that's a good question, is because when you think of Decentraland, you have an avatar. You are the avatar, and you're kind of running around doing stuff. But in the Roviverse, your avatar is the Rovi, right? Your own Rovi. So when it comes to making a game that's deployable in both worlds, you have to consider like how you play the game. So how you play in Decentraland is going to be a little bit different than how you play in the Roviverse. And the reason is because you have different perspectives, right? You are the avatar. You have your own avatar in Decentraland, and then you have a different avatar in the Roviverse, which is the Rovi itself. So we have to pick a gameplay type that is sustainable in like both ways, and the same gameplay mechanics work. And I think what we've come up with is, because what we wanted to do was essentially do like a first person sort of perspective in the Roviverse, but then have like a third person perspective in Decentraland. But you can't really do that because you have separate entities, right? You can't control two separate entities with a keyboard. So that became a problem. So what we came up with is essentially you would play, when you play the game, you're have a UI of buttons, and then you kind of use those buttons to kind of interact with your Rovi. And so when you're interacting with your Rovi's in the context of a battle, and so that battle is PvE in this case. That's going to be the first thing you guys see is PvE. So you essentially have these buttons that represent like an attack, and then every time you attack, you are charging up this meter for like a super attack. And what's cool is that since we're in the metaverse, it's not, if you can imagine, your Rovi is not just like going up to an enemy and just attacking. It's going to be a metaverse attack where like a huge axe like spawns behind your back, and then like it swings at the character, and it's going to be embellished. Like all these attacks are going to be embellished, and it's going to be sort of like a spectator show, right? When you're watching a battle, it's like it's a metaverse battle. It's huge. It's the weapons are gigantic. It's exaggerated, and I think that would be far more entertaining than just having like your Rovi just kind of like swing its little arm and that's it. So those are the things that we're kind of playing with. The PvE will be the first thing that you will interact with, and the idea here is to collect loot, and this loot again is 1155 tokens. They're going to be a kind of like scrap metal, the metal, I think the hedron that we have as an asset. So you collect those, and you go to a different meta, interact with that to upgrade your Rovi, become a better battler, make things more efficient, and then you can use that Rovi for PvP. So now PvP is interesting because it's a 3 versus 3, and another kind of thing that we're thinking about is matchmaking is I think it's going to be standard, so that way you can't really game, and since there's going to be tokens at stake, but the PvP, since you're interacting with like 3 different characters on 3, then the mechanics change just a little bit. So more details on that a little bit later, just when we get a little bit closer, but it is sort of like a different gameplay style than just the PvE in just a standard gameplay. All right, let me see what we got here on the thoughts. So, bad photographers, I thought it would be like Pokemon, we'd be like Rovi trainers. Yeah, we were thinking about doing that, but I think we kind of like want to do something just a little bit different. But that might be the best case scenario, since the expectation is that you are a separate entity than your Rovi. But in the Roviverse, you could be the Rovi. So, we're playing with those ideas. So Dodo says, when I try unboxing, signing with MetaMask, nothing happens. So Dodo, you have to be on a desktop on Chrome. So use the Chrome browser on desktop and it should work. Yeah, branded t-shirts, that's a good idea. Like the Wondermine area, yep. Yeah, Wondermine is a super popular game. I'm down to be a Rovi, yeah, for sure. Sounds like wearing a mecha suit. Yeah. Yeah, that project's going crazy. Okay, Dodo, you're on Chrome and desktop. Okay. I would try refreshing, clear your cache, and then try again, see if that works. It should be working. All right. Okay, so another thing that we added was that we've added this new attribute called Intellect. And so this is I believe this is going to be upgradable, if I remember correctly during the conversations. But this Intellect stat on your Rovi is a measurement of how quickly you can attack. And so we have a host of new stats that we're going to be revealing pretty soon that will give you an idea as like how to really put your team together. And you're going to have like sort of like a character that attacks fast, character that attacks strongly, and a character that defends. So you can kind of put your team together for that PvP situation that you get into eventually. And so we want this to be more of like a strategy focus than anything. And the more you grind, the better your characters are going to be. So it's going to be a relatively straightforward type of play to earn experience, but we do want it to be deep. So that's why we have like all these attributes that we're going to be talking about pretty soon. All right, let me check. Yeah, man, that anime, yeah, that's awesome. Token Hazy, that's cool. Will we have any NFT weapons for minting? Yes. So part of the gameplay is that part of the loot that you collect that is used to upgrade your Rovi, you can use that to craft a weapon. And so part of the game in crafting is collecting that loot, crafting, and then using that weapon. And what's cool is that weapon will have its own RNG stats. So that RNG stat will represent like how much damage you can deal, but there's going to be a rock paper scissors mechanic as well. So even though you may come up with like an axe, like let's say an axe that is pretty weak, in the grand scheme of things, in the context of the players you're up against, that axe could win you the game because it, due to that rock paper scissors mechanic, it might be the right weapon to use for that situation. And since you can't really know who you're going to be battling because of the matchmaking, it's going to be completely fair. So it's all about upgrading and putting yourself in the best position to win. So yeah. Let's see. Would be amazing when all Rovis are sold out. We get real life Rovi model of our Rovi. That's interesting. Hold on, let me take a look at something, because it's funny. We were just talking about 3D printers. I think it was yesterday. I think we were having a conversation here on Discord, and I think these guys could be 3D printed pretty easily. All we need is a 3D model to be sent, and I mean that would be pretty cool. I don't know if 3D printers will have like the resolution and the color to make this like actually match, but it could be like a good painting project if you're interested on something like that. Okay, let's see. So one of the difficulties I've seen in projects like Axie is that it's still not on iOS. They're still in the beta testing, but that stops a large amount of people who want to get involved wait more time. Yeah. So inherently, our Roviverse is playable on the mobile device. So pretty soon, once we have like a lot of the gameplay mechanics kind of released, you'll be able to download the iOS or Android app. And what's cool about that is it's not very common, right? You don't get into the cryptoverse or crypto ecosystem and start downloading a bunch of apps. You're basically interfacing with just internet apps. And then Oscar has a ton of experience making these apps. Like that was his day job before all of this. So he's got a ton of experience with that. You'll be able to play Rovi on your mobile device and play to earn as well. So there's a lot of technical aspects to that in terms of like actually getting the token to you. If let's say your Rovis are on MetaMask on your computer, but you want to play on your phone, there's ways to do that for sure. There's more implications in terms of security to consider for something like that, but it's nothing here is impossible. So, but yeah, that's a good point. Play to earn on the mobile is like the key to everything. All right, Ninja's got a resin printer. Yeah, man, that probably runs you a couple grand, right? Greensphere has a 3D printer. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I guess that's another thing we could do is send out the 3D models to all you guys so you can print them out yourself. Yeah, do a convertible assets package like the 3D apes. Yep. Yeah, you can paint it after. Yeah, I like that, Greensphere. Okay, Dodo's still not working. All right, send me a DM and we'll troubleshoot what's going on your computer. Okay, cool. Last item for discussion today. So another thing that we were discussing with the community here on Discord was the NFT based emotes. So Oscar's also creating a way to animate these guys where anyone can animate and then convert that animation into an NFT. And so if you have the NFT, you can use that animation for your Rovi. We'll have to figure out like the technical implications of something like that, but again, it's not impossible. And if the community wants that to happen, then yeah, it's going to happen. So that's interesting, right? And more NFTs, more ability to create unique assets. That's the name of the game here. Jamie says, where's the Pope? So send a direct message to the Pope bot, Jamie, and the password that you're sending that Pope bot is Rovi RNG. Super Tyler, not exactly. So the question is, we will need the 3D files for all NFTs to be able to install them into DCL transporters, superchargers, and Rovis. That isn't exactly the case, and I'll tell you why. So what we built with MetaZone is a way for anyone to purchase stuff like a Rovi or any meta that you see on MetaZone. You can purchase anything and deploy that to your land. The way that we structured MetaZone is to maintain the connection to the original creator. That's kind of in a short way exactly what MetaZone is. And the reason why that's important is because if you don't maintain that connection with the original creator, you are severing the tie to updates on your meta, which metas are essentially applications, right? These applications run on an operating system, in this case, Decentraland or Roviverse or whatever. And when that operating system updates, a lot of the times the applications break. And you rely on developers to update those applications so you can continue using them. And so if we create a world, right, a world where the individuals own everything about a game or some application or whatever as an NFT, then the burden on updating that application is on the original owner, right? And so that doesn't seem like a good model for the future. So what we did with MetaZone is, since we maintain that connection with the creator can continuously update their metas, right? And the more valuable metas are the metas that do stuff, right? That have some sort of code running behind them. And if the creators, once the creators update those applications, they can continue working, right? They generate revenue, or you host the game itself. So So in this case, you don't actually need the 3D models to deploy them because a 3D model itself is essentially dumb. It's just polygons that do nothing. And so you don't want that, right? You're not buying that, right? So what you want is that 3D model to do something, to generate revenue or play a game, whatever it is, right? Whatever that thing is supposed to do, well, that has to be connected to some backend system and then have some interface with other stuff, right? So like a game meta or a website or whatever it is. So that code needs to be maintained based on the operating system that's running under it. So that's sort of like a kind of a clean explanation as to what exactly is happening. All right, let's see. Hopefully that makes sense. Super Tyler. Yeah, for sure. So Super Tyler saying the blind merge feature is very impractical with the existing build. So what's happening here is the builder in Decentraland, you can create a scene with the 3D assets that they have, and you can kind of deploy the scene. And so a lot of people who had metas wanted to just make their own scene and like deploy some metas on top of that scene. And then we created this system of you can kind of merge a scene with metas, right? And there's a process to do that. So what happens is since the builder and MetaZone are two completely separate applications that don't talk to each other, and in one case, like the Decentraland builder is not open for anyone to kind of like mess with as a developer. So you are essentially, when you have a scene and you have metas and you merge them, you're essentially flying blind because there's no context as to what orientation that scene is or the metas are. And then the good thing about MetaZone is that we have a remote feature that you can kind of jump into Decentraland and kind of position things in 3D space however you will like them. But there's certain use cases where that doesn't make sense, where your scene in the builder is a building, right? And you can't really know where you're positioning things if you don't know what the building structure looks like. So it is a problem. I don't know if this is fixable unless we integrate with Decentraland specifically. I guess this is a topic that we can bring up to them. It isn't a problem that we see all that often, but it is a problem that we think is going to be a bigger problem once more people like start using MetaZone, start using Decentraland, things like that. So like for example, Supercharged, I want my transporters on my existing roof terrace, for example. Yeah, I agree. So there it is a way there you can do that, Super Tyler, and you would create your scene, merge your metas, transporters, Rovies, whatever it is, and then you just move your metas into the correct position, and then you hit save, and then you're done. So in some cases it does work really well. In other cases it doesn't work that well. All right, let's deploy the bot for the Rovi giveaway. If you guys give me a second here. In the next few seconds, it'll deploy, and then you kind of interact with it, and you're done. All right, here we go. And if you guys have any other questions, please post them in the chat while I'm setting up this bot. All right, bot is deployed. So if you're on YouTube, make sure you jump into our Discord and go to the live chat channel and find the bot. Let me pin this guy. And then you have a chance to win. Thank you, Bad Photographer. Yeah, third eye is always hype. All right, so yeah, interact with the bot. Just click on that little confetti emoji, and then you're in. Okay. All right. So we talked about a couple of things. Let me get rid of this GIF here. You guys can create a GIF in real time, and on a week from this Thursday, we're going to be doing another unboxing. And if you didn't know, the unboxing for the next event is going to lock in your RNG stats for your Rovi. So it's, again, this is completely RNG. And just to give you a kind of a weird example, the weapons, was it the weapons or accessories? It was the accessories that we released just not too long ago. And I think the first accessory had like a 97% flawless like attribute. So, which was completely unlikely, but it ended up happening. So it's pretty crazy. No. So bad photography, you don't have to create the GIF to get the NFT. It's more like a way for you guys to kind of use that GIF however you want. And another thing, once you unbox your Rovi, you'll be able to download a profile pic of your Rovi in the right angle and everything. So you can download that pic and use that wherever you want. And so this is the extension of that. So instead of downloading just a picture, you're downloading the 3D GIF of it. Okay, cool. Yeah. So a week from this Thursday, you'll be unboxing, kind of locking in your RNG stats. What we're gonna do is not until the game is deployed. I think what we're gonna do is for the roundtables that we normally have every Sundays. I think we're going to have them either once a month or once the game is deployed, twice a month, if not more. So I think for now, we're gonna have the roundtables once a month, which we'll invite anybody who wants to come on. We can have a chat, talk about the game, or talk about pretty much anything that's going on. So we'll have that roughly once a month. Once the game is deployed, we'll have that a little bit more often, and we'll have all that scheduled. There'll be posts and everything. Let me see what else. So yeah, I mean that really covers most of the things that we wanted to talk about today. So we have the GIFs, we have the unboxing event next week, and then after the unboxing event, what comes next is we're going to be deploying the PvP and start trialing some battles with you guys, or not PvP, sorry, PvE, and we're going to be showcasing some enemies, some I guess what we call glitches, right? Those are going to be the enemies. And then a couple of things are left is to get those assets as to 1155 tokens, and then I think the next meta will be the PvE. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be really exciting stuff. Iron Man is kind of dealing with some family stuff. And so that's why he hasn't been available. So he's kind of taking care of like far more important stuff than these calls. But he should be back eventually. Yeah. Make sure you send him a message. All right, there's a lot of you. Let's see. Okay, we got good interactions here. So that's another thing. This giveaway bot, you just kind of interact with it, and you're in the running, and then you get an NFT. So I'm gonna look for, if you guys have found other bots that are more I don't know what the word is, more true to like a community rather than just like click here and you're in. Let me know what those bots are. We want to start using them rather than just have like this random click here and you're entered to win. Yeah. Yeah, good luck everybody. So I think the bot is supposed to pop in 3 minutes. So you got 3 minutes left. Hey, what's going on, Mohib? This is from Nois, one of the most underrated channels in YouTube crypto space. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, I since Iman's been dealing some stuff, we haven't been able to get online to talk about just generic things going on in crypto. So that's really our passion, is like talking about like the whole space, new projects that are spawning. Obviously, the NFT space is going crazy. There's so many cool NFT projects out there, and then I mean, you guys know us pretty well. We like NFTs that do stuff, so that's why we do what we do. But on top of that, we want to make sure that others can do this too, right? So this isn't all about us. This is more about like creating the tools to see more stuff like Rovi's in the space. We're gonna start that stuff, Green Surfer, talking to Metakey and like getting in their queue to even talking to Maddie on his YouTube channel, or bringing Maddie onto the Block Runner and just have a chat with him. But yeah, that's in progress for sure. Yeah, Metakey is huge, and they're going to be dropping their NFT soon. So yeah, shout out to Metakey. Maddie's like dominating right now. Yeah, and if you didn't already know, Maddie was really like the catalyst to bringing us into Decentraland, and yeah, his explanation really hooked us, and most importantly, hooked my brother Corv, and yeah, that's why we have what we have. I think the draw for the new one, for the new meta key, is like next week or something like that. Yeah, Corv is my brother. Yeah, that's right. Will Rowies be able to jump and fly? Not yet, at least. We didn't really consider that as part of the design, but that's a good question. I would say no for now. Yeah, so again, I appreciate you guys joining. This is a really good showing, and we're always here, always answering questions. If you guys get stuck anywhere, like, we're always very helpful. No, you did not miss the Pope. So just direct message the Poet bot, Rovi RNG. All right, the bot should be popping any minute now, any second actually. Yeah, if it doesn't pop, that means it's broken, which I don't think it is. Yeah, let's see if UMAC wins this one. Oh, there it is. There it is. Lorena has won a Rovi transporter. Congratulations. Let's see if she chimes in here. Oh, there she is. Congratulations, Lorena. Make sure you direct message me your ETH address. Let me just type that in here. Okay, we're good to go. Yeah, send me your ETH address, and then we'll get that minted today, and then you can unbox it and everything. And Dodo, send me a message as well. We'll get your troubleshoot in as well. Yeah, congratulations, guys. No, we'll do another Rovi giveaway in next Monday. And what we want to do is we really want to do this more often, but not until we have like gameplay out there and we get some more gameplay feedback from everybody, like interacting with the game itself. I think that's when it makes more sense to do this more often. Teriyaki, I've DM'd you my ETH address on 912 giveaway. Is there any reason? Let me look into that. I don't know. It should have been sent out. I think most people have been sent out, but if you haven't, I'll double check that. Okay. Yeah, more giveaways will happen on more gatherings. And yeah, if you guys have additional like people that you guys want us to talk to, let me know, of course. If you do, go to our announcements and click on that link, and then just kind of add your response there. That way we're tracking everything. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. Spending your time is like the most valuable asset that everyone has. So hanging out with me and the Rovies here, definitely appreciate it for sure. All right, guys, appreciate it, and we will catch you on at least next Monday, 6 p.m. UTC, for another Rovi giveaway. All right, bye-bye, guys.